Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey there, real gamers and gatekeepers. Retro Rob here, and I've got something kind of unusual to show you, and that is this. This is the Data East All-Star Collection. It has 5 games in it. It supposedly works for the Nintendo Entertainment System, but if you notice, it just says 8-bit game cartridge on the bottom. And by my understanding, this thing doesn't seem to work in NES front loaders, which would be a really weird choice to make. So I'm kind of excited to check it out because there's some good games in here, but wouldn't it be weird if nobody could really play them? Anyway, let's give it the chance we give everything with the front of the box. The Data East All-Star Collection. 5 games, most of them have been played before on this channel. Bad Dude, Side Pocket, Ring King, Buggy Popper, and Burger Time. That said, that's actually a good selection of games. 8-bit game cartridge, that's what makes me curious. Exclusive sticker and button pin set by Retrobit. This is the back of the box. Pretty decent artwork, honestly. Enjoy some of the very best games from the Data East library with the All-Star Collection cartridge, published by Retrobit for your NES consoles. This 5-in-1 cart compiles a must-have list of retro classics. I think one could definitely argue that the games here are pretty decent games that you might actually want to play, so that's not too bad. Let's open it up and take a look inside. Trying to be at least slightly careful here. Alright, there we go. Going to open it from the top. And first thing we've got is a couple of buttons here. We've got Hug It Out and a little Burger Time guy button. Looks very nice. Backs are metal, so it's not a cheap plasticky thing. I mean, you know, these aren't necessarily super expensive, but neat little thing to have. Let's keep going. Oop, it does. Ooh, there's some stickers. We'll start with this. Stickers are of... I guess I could call them moderate quality. They're not super thick, but they're not terrible. They'd probably stick on something for a while at least. I like the look of them though. The artwork's really quite nice. That's good stuff. We have the cartridge here, and it also did come with a case, so you can put it in that case. That's pretty nice. Next we have an instruction manual. And it's of the poster variety. I'm not a big fan of poster instructions, but it's not terrible. Hold on a second. Alright, here's the first side of the manual. The print quality is fairly decent. The print does look a little bit faded to me, but it's not terrible. That said, the paper is really thin. Here's the second side. The print does not look faded on this side, so maybe I just had kind of a defective one. It looks actually pretty good. There at least is instructions on here, and if you look, it tells you whether it's 1 or 2 players. So that's pretty nice. It's not bad at all. So that's what came in the box. Alright, looking at the cartridge itself, it looks really pretty nice, honestly. Print quality is really good. Sticker's a little bit up there, but it's a decent quality sticker. Looks thick, doesn't seem like it would wear out or look really nasty after a while. And the cartridge plastic, very solid. It feels like a decent cartridge. Now, I have handled a lot of cheap ones, so I'd know it if it was really cheap. Yeah, it feels pretty decent, honestly. No complaints there. Alright, let's try putting it into my front loader. Mm-hmm. Seriously. It won't fit in my front loader. How is that even possible? Oh, that's really weird. Alright, well, I'll use my Famicom and an adapter, I guess. That's just weird.
Thumbs up, comment and subscribe or I will go Skynet on your butt.
And here we go with the Data East All-Star Collection. I've got it plugged into my Famicom right now with an NES adapter on it because this is pinned for the NES. So let's just get this straight right now. It will not fit in a front load NES. It will go into a top load NES if you happen to have one of those. Or it will go into a Famicom with a Famicom to NES adapter. Or I would imagine a NES clone would have that. But most of the clones that I have, and almost all the clones I've had, I can't think of a one that isn't this way. All mine are Famicoms. So I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure you can get an NES that's fake. I'm sure I know Retrobit does make them. I just haven't had one of them. Maybe I did cover one, but the vast majority of the game systems I get that are 8-bit clones are Famicom. All right, let's get started. Ring King, which I haven't played before. So let's select. I'm going to assume tournament is the way to go. And I'm going to get my butt kicked by Apollo. I don't have a password. Just start. There we go. Come on. Ooh, good hit in the face. Ooh, then he hit me in the face. Oh my. Boy, this game is brutal on the first fight. Come on, you. I can't even get one hit on him. There we go. One hit. Let's try and corner him a little bit. Jeez, I'm just getting the crap knocked out of me here. Terrible. I had 31 misses, 8 hits, and he just beating the crap out of me. Ah, come on. Am I supposed to be training before a fight? I'm gonna guess I should be training. I bet this is one of those games where you gotta train. There we go. I'm not particularly into this game, so I'm gonna just go on. Alright, time for some Bad Dudes. We've played this before on this channel, and in general it's not a terrible game. The president has been kidnapped by ninjas, which is just odd. And there we go. On to the game. And here is something. I don't remember this game being this jumpy. Just kind of odd. I mean, for crying out loud, number one, so much stuff is coming at me. I'm already, like, at half health, and I barely made it anywhere. And it's kind of like, you know, it's not the arcade game. You can be a little reasonable on this. There we go. Stupid purple running ninjas. Come on, jump down. Eh. Nope. There we go. Beat his big butt up. And there we go. Stage 1 clear. Woo! Let's go on to the next game. Here's some side pocket. I remember having this game when I was younger and not being terribly impressed with it because it wasn't what I was expecting out of a pool game. So let's just see how I can do. As I recall, you try to hit the balls in order, and then you can get some bonuses for hitting the right pocket, which is kind of a cool idea, but I never really got the hang of how to line balls up in this game because it's just so jumpy. You can't get the kind of precision you'd expect. I just feel like I'm throwing balls all over the place. I mean, the break was okay. That wasn't a problem, but you're kind of lacking some precision. So anyway, it looks like it thinks I can nail that corner with this. So we'll try. We'll try. I mean, see what we get here. Maybe about 3/4. Jeez. And now they're all bunched together. Yeah. This is going to be fun. Rob is not pleased. Come on. Well, the right ball went in. Alright, so according to this, next ball I should hit is this blue ball here. If I hit B, yeah, it'll show me... It'll show me the numbers for them. So... Well, this should just be a light hit. There we go. And then next is number 3. Okay. So I'm going to hit that pink one for sure, basically. Alright. I'll hit the 4 for sure. I'm going to try and glance off the 3 maybe and get lucky. I don't know. Max! What were the chances? Not very good, I'm guessing. That was luck. That was not skill at all. Alright. Alright, so this just shows what the trajectory would be if it doesn't hit the ball. And the 4 ball's next. I'm going to try and bounce that one off, and we'll... That's a hard hit again. I put the right ball in. Not in the right hole or anything. I've got like 300 points. Come on, man. I think I need like 1,000 or something. Alright. So, generally speaking, I could hit this side of the ball and hit it into that pocket, but on this game, who knows, you know? I'll try and knock it in at about half, maybe? No. That failed. Yeah, there's not a lot of nuance there, you know? And it's also possible, since I didn't bother reading the instructions or anything, that I'm missing, you know, part of how to properly shoot in this game. So that could be it too, you know? That could have succeeded for the wrong reason, you know? Coulda. There we go. And we'll try and bounce this guy into there by glancing off to the side. Very hard. Fail. Yeah, I'm going to be a big fail here. There we go. I hit it a little too hard. Yeah. I knew that coming out of the chute. Alright, we'll just try and glance it in. Ah. So if I can get into that corner by some Christmas miracle, I don't know. Slob shooting. Yeah, slob shooting is never a good idea. I should have just gone for it. And about half. Yeah, it just never goes where I expect it to go, you know? Unless you've got a really straight shot, it's really hard. Yeah, it just doesn't go where I expect it to go. Man. And game over. That's kind of a mercy to me, to be honest. Let's go on. Alright, time for some burger time. Played horribly. Let's do this. Here, got him. Come on now. Oh, I hate when they do this. Get a burger down. Oh, it drives me nuts. And that is not a problem with this version of the game. That's actually a game thing where you tend to get stuck on this stupid ladder. I guess you could call it a flaw in the game, but really it's a flaw in the design of the original game, because the arcade game does that crap too. Not the easiest game in the world. You gotta run around quite a bit to get the job done. Get that ice cream. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ugh. I'm gonna mess up. You know how sometimes you can just feel the suck, you know? You can just feel yourself getting ready to fail. Right this second I am. Alright, get up there, and run down the other side. There we go. I swear they get so fast. Ah, there we go, I died. Very often I can make it a couple levels without losing a life. But it just didn't happen this time. But there we go. Burger time. That's a good game. And the final game is Buggy Popper, which is known as Bump and Jump here in the US. So I wonder what region these games were originally for, and I wonder if that's affecting the gameplay a little bit. No, that's looks like at least Japanese. There we go. Woohoo! Let's crush a couple. Yeah. Oh shoot! Mistakes were almost made. I certainly will be making mistakes eventually. I've never been particularly good at this game, but I've always liked it quite a bit. Yeah. Oh. Out of curiosity, have any of you played Up and Down? It was a kind of popular game that it wasn't really a lot like this, but often was confused with this game. Oops, I'm doing terrible now. But anyway, it was a little bit, I don't know how to describe it, but it was an isometric racing game, but it wasn't super fast paced. Oh, come on. There we go. No! It was a little bit like Rally X, if you remember it. If anybody remembers it, comment down below. Tell me how you liked it. I thought it was pretty good. You know, I might do a Let's Play on it, because I'm pretty sure I have that game on one of my little arcade machines. Alright, I did terrible there. But this is a fun game, and you can definitely spend some quality time with it. Solid stuff. Alright, there we go. Every game has been played. Alright, and that about wraps it up for the Data East All-Star Collection. Let's have a real quick recap of the games that are in there. There was Ring King, which just beat the living crap out of me. And, man, I had never played the game before, and I probably won't go back to it. It was just murderously hard, I thought. I think on the first game it should give you some latitude, and it just really didn't. Just came right out there and beat my butt. That said, I bet there's some play value in it if you get into it. It appears to have some depth. There's some training, there's some different modes in there, so it might well be worth playing if you're into that kind of game. I'm just not, and it kind of showed in the gameplay. Oops, sorry, smacked that a little bit. Next one is Bad Dudes. Bad Dudes I've played recently, and it felt really chuggy to me this time. Not only chuggy, but it felt just like I was fighting the controls a lot. And I've actually played that game on this system, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Whether it's just that I've been playing some fighting games recently that are more modern, and it felt way better, or whether that game just is kind of aging poorly. But I probably won't go back to it. I definitely lost lives while fighting the controls, and that always worries me. Next one is Side Pocket, which it may look like I didn't enjoy it much. I looked at the gameplay, at the recap of the gameplay, and it didn't look like I was very happy with it, but to tell you the truth, I'll probably go back to it. It is kind of fun. I realized that I was having a very hard time lining up my shots, but I think with some practice and maybe reading the manual, that might be worth playing some. It was way more fun than I remember it being. Next one is Burger Time, which is always a blast. Had no problems with the controls. Of course, built into the game is the problem with the tops of the ladders, but that's on every version. If I would have been playing the game quite a bit before I started, I wouldn't have noticed it, to be honest. And as you get used to the game, you get over that and get way better at it. And I really enjoyed it. Plays as I remember it. Final one is Buggy. What the heck is the name of that thing? Buggy Jumper, Buggy Pumper. Why did they change the name for different markets? But anyway, it's Bump and Jump to me. And it's a great game. It played as I remember it. Yeah, I know. I had a horrible time after the first run through. I was a little bit busy commenting and didn't do quite as well as I could have, but I really enjoy that game. I think it's well designed, and I think it still holds up today. Quite a good game. And in the end, if you have a top loader or you happen to have a Famicom with a adapter in it, sure, go ahead, pick this up. It's a little bit less than $30. Comes with the pins, the manual, nice box, well-constructed cartridge. But if you have a front loader, it doesn't work. It blows my mind that they could have made the cartridge too big to fit in a front loader. I mean, I don't know. I don't do outrage well. I'm not. It is what it is. I mean, but wow, did they kind of shorten their market? And it clearly works in original hardware because I'm using it on original hardware. So I don't know what's up with that, but weird, just weird choice. But anyway, if you've got a top loader, just fine. If not, not so great. That's all I got to say about it, really. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoy this and more kind of a make your own mind up type of coverage of games, please do me a favor and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, I will see you in a couple days. Bye.